Good morning, good morning, good morning. Can you hear me? All right, we got about 5 minutes. 5 minutes of the cash market open. Huh? Like what? Like what, Adam? Fancy background? Oh. You don't like my background? I thought that was kind of cool. That's my office. Got a bow in the background. Got a nice little picture. I thought it was kind of cool. Computer. Huh? I don't have a computer in the background. Yeah, I'll look into it, man. I'll definitely look into it. All right, let's get this party started. It's 4 minutes to the cash market open, and there's a lot of things going on. But I'll just make a quick. I mean, if this, I don't know if that's gonna end up making any sense to you, but yesterday is where the trades were taken. But ultimately, yeah, where is that? 5 5 5 4. So 5 4 is right here. Okay. It may not look like much, but it all, sure the heck added up, right? So from here, shorts. The 200 was short. From here, longs, all the way up to that last little trickle of it. When the market flipped short, we went short on the 200 right here. We went short here, and that was actually a big trade for me, and I'll show you what that is. But market shifted here, and that was a short right there. 200 NT Rinko is short. 2 minutes to the cash market open. When the market flipped long, I took it long right here, even for a small amount. Then when the market flipped short, I took it short. So I'm showing you, Adam, just relative, not to anything else. Then longs right here, then followed it by a long here, followed it by a long here, and longs are right there all the way to the end of that rotation. So every single decision I made yesterday was consistent with the 200 NT wrinkle, bar none. Hey Ken, good morning. That is what we have done and ended up being a decent day. Let's see what that day looked like. Two. Yeah, here we go. Ended up looking like this. The biggest trade I've done was a 20 contract trade, long, at the end of that one of the moves. But beyond that, kind of everything was five contracts, two contracts, one contract, two. Got an eight and a 10 and a five and a four, and it just adds up whenever you're in the right direction. But that, well, I mean, the answer to your question, it was that. I mean, look at that. All right, so let's get this party started and move on with the day. We got a 200 NT Rinko that is short. We have a 100 NT Rinko that is short. We are moving right at the open lower. We're hitting target number five. Target number five is 319.75, and we're right there. Market is extended, but what's very important was the fact that we had a captain set up short that built itself up. So this level is going to be a critical level throughout the day. So as long as we continue to trade under that level and under the 412, we are going to be experiencing a bit of a push to the downside. Target number two is 300 and a quarter. Target number three, 22 and a half. Then you got an outlier event at 989, then 833 if the market gets there. I mean, I don't know if we're going to see these kind of prices, but they are part of the system. So we're going to take a look at them and study them and see how things may end up moving to. You see a crusher, a crusher five and crusher this. Okay. I take a screenshot of this, Adam. That's the trailer crusher. Can you take a screenshot of this on your end or no? They're selling it. So that's that. And look at the stop strategy is 21 plus one on the auto break even strategy. Got that? And if I go into the trader crusher, it's the same thing, but it's 80/20 with the same 5 point stop. But it never hits it because right when you hit 20, you're getting the target anyway. But that's an all in, all out position. There's no trailing in it. Make sense? All right. If you have any more questions on that one, just let me know. I'll take care of you. So good morning, Adam. Good morning, Yanis. Good morning, Saif. Good morning, Ken. Good morning, Randolph. Good morning, Polly. Good morning, everybody. So significant move in the market. We hit target number 5. We came into and established a new transitional zone, actually multiple of them on the way down. And we got ourselves a nice little burst of energy lower as the market opens up. No trade, or I had one trade early on for like $30, but that's about it for the day. And we are looking for entries. Sorry, there's one trade that I did. Here we go. A $31 trade right there. All right, so that's how we're starting the day. So we have a disconnect right now between the 200 and the 100 NT Rinko. The 100 NT Rinko flipped at 12. And as long as we continue to trade under 50, the shorts can take control. My objective for this morning is to stick to trades that are in sync between the 200 and the 100. That is my first determination of the day, is to do that. And the second is to look to stay in the trades a little bit longer. The quality of the market right now is it's given us a lot of bigger moves, so it pays to stay in them longer with size. And my biggest trade yesterday was let me show you that one because that was a good one. My biggest trade was a 5 contract trade that I pretty much stayed in it for 50 points. So the market was giving us really some high quality moves. I mean, yeah, it was crazy FOMC market and things were going all over the place, but there you're getting these 50 points, and if you're in 5 contracts or even 2 contracts, you're getting 2 grand, 5 grand. It's just going to add up very, very quickly. So one of my objectives for the day is to stay in the trades a little bit longer. So we have the first half an hour of the day, and the market is disconnected right now. It got to 12. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning. How are you? If we close at 81, which we did, the market is going to be in sync on the short side again, and we'll see what they want to do here. They're pushing, they're hitting target number 2. Target number 3 is 253.75. Are they going to reverse the whole distance that we ran up on yesterday? Because yesterday was, I mean, they ran the shorts out of town in a big way. Yeah, I was wondering about that, Adam. A 50% retracement from top to bottom of that move yesterday is at, Adam looked it up. It's 13,250. So as long as we continue to trade under that 12.15, we should see another rotation lower here. But we moved kind of significantly lower, so it seems like they're pausing here. So to me, I'm giving this market a little bit of time. It's early in the morning. I got to figure out the personality of the day. Part of figuring out the personality of the day is to make assumptions early on, in direction and in momentum and in price, and see if these assumptions are actually coming true. That's how I know that I am in sync with what I'm seeing here. So if one of my assumption is, hey, listen, they are consolidating here, they may even close back up to the 12 and run up a little bit. Okay. Well, that's an assumption. Let's see if they are gonna do it. There's something here. I mean, if they break up to 302, that'll be a captain setup switch trade on the 50 NT Rinko. Really? Wow. I may end up taking this. Thank you. Come on, come on, come on. Don't come back. Nope. Damn it. I took that one. That was just a quick. I mean, they may run this thing up. They slipped me a little bit too. That's not good. Let me see what happened there. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I was a captain setup switch trade on the 50 NT Rinko. Here we go. That was a specific signal. Got in. I got in there good and got that first contract out, and they came in and went break even plus one tick, but they slipped me a little bit. So the expectation from that trade is to see a push up to the 10, and the next wave will be the 20, and they're not doing that. So that tells me something right there, because that type of behavior should have at least got us a couple of candles up. We got one, we needed one more. Hey, good morning, Brian. All right, so the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side, and they're flushing that rotation lower, and they put a transitional zone right here that is lower. So the shorts are still intact. 313 would be a captain setup long if they end up doing it. ES. Let's take a look at ES. Uh, it's the shorts are literally taking over right now with a breakdown of the low. So rotations across the board. are continuing to push lower. Good morning, Brian. Good morning. Yeah, thank you, buddy. That was a good one. See that? I mean, they're flushing it across the board. They're flushing NQ. They're flushing everything. Everything. So, no captain setup up at 14 or 13, and they're just literally pushing the prices lower here. On some of the trades, I took intraday, I mean intra trade risk, but just kind of they kind of worked out. So it's not necessarily like a zero drawdown. It's just a zero closed drawdown. But I had a couple of trades that gave me a little bit of a headache, but worked through them. Man, they're flushing this bad boy. Yeah, a little bit of a pause here. So they're putting a captain setup long right now. Very very nice transitional zone. I mean that build was pretty decent here. Let me look. Uh, they got in sync back in at 90, and took it down like 50 points with hardly any disconnect, or they didn't even disconnect from this transitional zone. I mean, that is the kind of quality of movements that when you are in it with size, it keeps you in it in the trade and it doesn't jiggle you out. So they're breaking the 50% retracement, Adam, from yesterday. Good morning. So we got two Brian's, Brian Stone and uh, Brian Ozzy and Brian Stone. So good morning to both. So another rotation here, uh, kind of consistent with the 200 and the 100 moving in that same direction. You're either short or on the sidelines in this market right now. So ES, I mean, consistent with that with the same moves that you're seeing in NQ, Sheila, as far as the overall direction. So what we're seeing right now is the fact that the market established a transitional zone at this 4275 area and flushed it all the way to target number three. Now we are disconnecting from that zone. So that transitional zone right here is basically we're getting a disconnect right now. So my job in this rotation is to find when the next transitional zone builds up and start looking in that direction. The odds are, I mean, we kind of flushed the market pretty decently here that they're going to go into a consolidation phase. And based on how that consolidation ends up working, I'll take a position. I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of oscillate within that range here. Okay, but ultimately, I want to see this exact same behavior that started right here and moved all the way down and concluded right here. And that is the behavior that I'm looking for in every trade right now. So they're putting a switch trade right now and they're starting a new wave right here. Okay. So that's just another rotation lower. And that started at that whatever that price is at 25. So 25 to 23 and a half. That's the signal right there. And you're looking for any rotation back up with a one candle reversal as long as we continue to trade under 28, continue to trade under 230 and 35. These are the defensive levels in which we need to kind of look at to trade ES right now. I mean, look at here you go, Giannis. I mean, that was a trade right there while I'm sitting here talking about this. Right here. That was a good one. That's kind of your cup of tea right here. I don't know if you jumped in on any of this, but the market is consistently churning lower and lower and lower. Oh, you didn't get in? Okay. Because the risk is within your risk tolerance, and also that thing just happened right exactly where it should happen. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Brian. It's now time to flush the other side of that market. Isn't it amazing to be watching this and seeing how they operate on a consistent basis? It just they give you that very strong impression of an upward market and a reversal, and that's it. You know, it's a straight up. I mean, the market went 500 points up yesterday. Everybody that is in this market right now is trying to buy the dip, and they are getting rolled over. No joke, rolled over. Like it's very sick, to be honest with you. Hey, good morning, Frida. How are you? See, Sheila, that was kind of the move that we were looking at in NQ. I mean ES. This is the short one. It's consistent with everything else that was going on in the market, and we're getting that push. Oil is up big. Let's take a look at crude. Oh yeah. Well, guess what? We can do the harmony system on crude oil too. So they're in that rotation. They did an inception trade and a switch trade right here. Hit target number 3 consolidated. Hit target number 4 consolidated. So the next rotation, if we hold on to these levels, is 111.94. Oh yeah, we're back into the high triple digits here. $8.58. Well, I'm in gold. Actually, I'm looking at gold right now. I'm seeing that. Look at that one there. Wow, look at that. Put a cap and set up switch trade right here. Pushed, rotated, and now they're pushing lower. Globex is at the 1883. Not it's not as doing as much or as well as crude oil is. The question is a simple one. What do we do here? What do I do here? So my original thought in the morning as the market started is to be patient that first half an hour and read the market and understand which signals are working. And they decided to really flush this market. So that puts us in a position where we have to kind of wait a little bit longer, and maybe see a bit of a reversal pattern, and then jump in on that. So two levels. One, the market is in sync on the short side. I mean, here you go again. I could take that one. They don't want to even give me nothing. Look at that. That was a good one. Because that was a switch trade right at the inception of that new one. And that was just a continuation trade. But I put my order there quick. Oh, you got it? You got it? You got in, Yanis? Good for you. That was butter. That was butter. That just boom, it worked. I put my order out there. I thought I would be hit, but no cigars for me. You made 15 points. Good for you. All right, let's just keep playing the game. Like I don't want to put I don't want to place market orders in this type of market. That's just so I'm gonna either get hit with a limit order, or I'll pass on the trade. And we're getting to target number 5. Adam, how are we doing? The market is short, been short. How are we doing? That is very interesting, Adam. That is total and complete. Excuse my. Well, let's not even say it. It's a utter and complete destruction of the longs with this type of behavior. Because I can guarantee you, everybody that saw yesterday saying buy the dip, buy the dip. They said don't trip, buy the dip. And you saw what happened. See the fast price action now? That's our the big stops are getting hit, and typically that is indicative of we're not too far away from where the market is going to stabilize. So as one hell of a reversal, and they're just basically unwinding everybody at these lower levels. People are just dumping their stuff. They're figuring out that they got had, and they'll figure it out. I mean, it's not even funny, but it's they figure out at the bottom of that move. I'm gonna have to stick to my determination on this. I really want to see a 200 NT wrinkle reversal. I think where we at right now, we're gonna get a bit of a pause in price action, and we may end up hitting 112 here in the next few seconds. But I'm not gonna participate in this upward move. I'm going to give the market a little bit of time. I want to see a 200 NT Rinko that shifted. I want to see a higher low. I want to see the market spend time and try to flush people even further after making a base, because that's typically what you see happen is they bounce off of it, they come back and retest it, sometimes they break below it, then they come back again and make a higher low, and that sticks. So the process of making a bottom or a top is not a one singular event. It's just a multiple attempts at levels that makes a base and a bottom. So let them play that game. The 200 and the 100 is still in sync on the short side right now. 13, basically 14. So you see them, they're making a higher low here, another higher low here, and you're going to get to 13 here in a minute. They want more. They want more. They got very close to that 114, and they just flushed everybody one more time. So that's what I'm talking about. Is the process of making a bottom is high, lower, high. They coming back and they flush it one more time, and they just play that game. Now, if they break up to 86, yeah, 87. All right, they're building another transitional zone here. Yeah, they're ready for a reversal. Here it comes. 85, 90. So the 200 and the 100 are out of sync right now. 200 and the 100 are out of sync. So two things need to happen. I need to be patient. I really do. Because I'm getting this itch of trying to fade this market right here. And I know it's going to work, but I'm going to have to be patient. And I want to see if we can break to 125. And if we do that, then the 200 and the 100 will be in sync and I can take opportunities there. See, I mean, that's just kind of what to be expected in this area here. The stair step behavior that they're exhibiting. It served me well to wait for this condition to present itself. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be patient. Okay, so the hundred, excuse me, the 100 got back in sync with the 200, and here comes that trap. If we break above 100, the market will start getting in out of sync again. So what are they doing here? They're consolidating. They're basing. And they're putting a cap. They put a cap and step short on the 20 NT Rinko. So the if you want to disconnect the market and run up a little bit, maybe to the 150, you need to get above the 100 here fairly quickly. That's interesting. I'm gonna go two contracts, and I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait. I'm getting itchy fingers. That's what it is. I'm getting trigger finger, and that's the state of mind that I need to be kind of aware of. I really need things to kind of come to me. The market is still short. 200 and the 100 are in sync, and you got a new transitional zone on the short side. I mean, they could continue to sell this off till below 13,000. This kind of area where they consolidate like that is typically a tough one. So I'm gonna stay disciplined. I'm just gonna stay looking at this market here. The 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side, even after this extended move. ES is consolidating, but it established a transitional zone around the whole number 4200. Price action needs to protect 194 for a base to continue to build itself. The best trade for me right now is a no trade. Man, we're down 465 points. Oh, damn. All right, so they're retesting that bottom that they initially built around that 40. Let's see what they want to do with it here. Yeah, that's a good one here. Wow. Okay. So they're putting on, they put on a captain setup short right here, and they flushed it one more time with a transitional zone, and no retracement really, just a spear trade. That's Yanis. That's another one. The one of the ones that you like. Stone. Are you asking if the market is? We have some news coming out. I mean, the FOMC meeting yesterday. I didn't hear anything beyond that. Man, look at that flush. It's dramatic. This is dramatic, and I guess the market loves drama, but they are sure the hell are dramatic today. And see, that's the kind of thing that I was looking. I was like, man, I got to wait. I got to wait. Like if I was like trying to fade this market is deadly right now. That is just the behavior is not there. They made a bottom, bounced off of it, but ultimately, when the market gets back in sync on the short side, which it did around the 60, I can't argue with it. So they flushed it again. Target number four in this sequence is 12,989 and a quarter. We're not too far away from target number four. A bigger target there would be 69.75. Then you're going to 33. So those are the lower short targets are we have. Not doing much trading today. So they're fading against that whole number. Yeah, yeah, Adam. Our market goes down for 500 points. No, it's not even 400 points. 500 points. I'm trying to avoid trading that first half an hour. That's the thing. So whenever they make a big move, during that first half an hour, it kind of puts me in a position where I have to wait for a fresh reversal to trade on that one. And that fresh reversal never happened. It just continued to sell off and sell off in a major way. So that's the handicap when you don't trade the first half an hour and they decide to make a major move during that time. I'm not in it. But then on the positive side, I look at all my trades that happened in the first half an hour over years and years and years of trading, and it hasn't been my best time frame. I'm net negative. Actually, that's the only time frame that I have in my trading that is net negative. The first half an hour. So I'm consciously making that effort to be patient and just wait during that 8:30 to 9 o'clock, 9:15 time frame. Mm. We're down 515 points. Let's look at the daily and see how significant that is. Gee. All right. Wow. So that is a rejection. I mean, as big of a rejection as you would ever see it. Well, I mean, on a daily perspective, is you see the same concept that we're applying on the 200 and the 100 and the 20 NT Rinko applies to the daily. And when the market establishes a trend short and then comes and tested it for the first time, and that move right here was the test of it the first time. So basically, in anywhere between 95, which is the 500, to the 716, you're kind of looking for rallies as a shorting opportunities in that rotation, because you'll be right smack into the transitional zone. So let's kind of apply that in prior moves. Look at that one right here, and that really kind of works very well if you're option trading, because you're going to be using this and you're going to be using the 200 NT Rinko for your option trades. Well, that one is disconnect, so you're leaving it alone, and then you're coming in here and here, and you will be looking at the daily, then you'll be looking at the 200 into your Rinko and get both those in sync in order for you to get a quality entry. So you're saying, okay, in and around that 5 to 7, and I want to get a one candle reversal on the 200 NT Rinko, and then I want to measure risk against it and trade that. So we're looking at the 200 Intirinko, and that is a V collapse in market behavior. You see V recoveries all the time. Now you're getting a V crash, and that is nasty. I mean, that just. But I tell you what, if you didn't get stuck in any of this, give yourself a pat on the back, because that's a trade too. You could have been a part of the 90% of the people who just bought here. Oh, okay, it's gonna reverse, bought here. Around 100. Okay, I'm gonna buy some more. You're down another 100 points, and you're buying some more, and you're just stuck in a world of hurt in a market that decisively have shifted its personality. So the trades that you don't take are trades worth taking. So let's assume I don't put on any trades today, which is highly unlikely. I mean, it's early, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I mean, look at it. It's probably the biggest 1 day collapse in the market, and I'm not in it. They put another transitional zone here. They tried it again here. Well, that was a good one with a captain setup. It is a big trending day. And be honest with you, days like this in the past used to get me real bad because I'm thinking in terms of fading all the time, and I'll buy into it, anticipating the turn, and take a drawdown. All right, let's just keep watching this. I mean, we know what I know what I need to be looking for here. Would I take any shorts? We're at target number 4 on the 100 NT wrinkle. Target number 5 is 883. Is there more potential on the short sides? Yes, but it's getting harder and harder to find a good spot with the low risk, high reward. There you go. So 939, 940. That's the low. Well, that's one of the lows. And then you got the low of yesterday was 883. So if you're trying to flush everybody, that would be one spot where you're saying to yourself, okay, I'll come and get all these stops right here, and then pause the market and reverse it. This type of behavior generates a lot of fear, and there was a lot of fear from the shorts. Longs got rewarded, and now you got a lot of fear from the longs, and the shorts are getting rewarded. So if you want to trap more shorts and or uh, flush all the longs, the most recent lows are typically where you will find them. Oh, you saw some big blocks coming in, Adam. Okay, this is this is an emotional market. Hold on a second. All right. So what I was saying is the market is an emotional market, and emotional markets tend to suck people in. So I need to be conscious of that. I should not anticipate the turn. I should let the turn happen and then base my decisions based on it. Where would that turn happen? It would happen if we break 28. All right. So anything under that, especially with the 100 being in sync with the 200, is nothing but a short. I just don't know when they're going to stop it and turn it. And if my mindset, and I have to kind of take inventory of it right now. If my mindset is, oh, they're going to turn it, they're going to turn it, they're going to turn it, get in, you know, and I'll average down as they base the market. If that is my thought process in my head right now, then that is a thought process that can get me in trouble. And I need to be conscious of the fact that I'm having that type of dialogue in my head right now. So I need to be extra careful and pull back away from this market because that type of emotional market typically used to suck me in. So I'm better off not trading than trading with that mindset, if that makes sense to you. From coast to coast trade, absolutely. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Well, they decided that they want to draw a line right here. 200 and the 100 are out of sync. I mean, yep, they're out of sync right now. With the run up above 75, that set the stage for a bit of a back and fill type of behavior. It's definitely not a long market by any stretch of the imagination, but I think they're going to stabilize it and run it above 13,000 here. And see that captain setup down here at 35? That was it. They put one, flushed it, and another one. And that is, they put it into a rotation. Here we go. And then they put another captain setup in a higher low. All right. They flip the cloud. The 100 NT Rinko is pointing up, and the 200 NT Rinko needs to go to, yeah, the 28. Target number 2 is hit on that sequence. Let's see how they deal with the retracements. The shorts, it's exactly what we're talking about earlier, Randolph. It's like if you want to get everybody, just take out this level and flip it. And then when you're done doing that, you could take out the level below it, which is the 880, then flip it. That's where you find the majority of the people putting their stops at on a long-term perspective. First real pop is going to get whacked. Yeah, well, make sure you're not getting whacked with it. What time is it anyway? Let's see here. 9:46. Yeah, Adam. Somebody got whacked. They never built another transitional zone, and typically you see that when the market is not quite ready for a trend move. So they keep oscillating between a one transitional zone up and another transitional zone down. My patience is saving me money. All right, so the market is back in sync on the short side. Wow. So what would be what is going on here? Hold on. All right, all right. So they're back in sync. So on the short side with the 100 and the 200, and let's see here. Target number 5 out of this sequence is 833.75, and basically, most likely, we're going to see a bit of consolidation with a short bias in it. We had a high, a lower high here, and you got a switch trade. So as long as we continue to trade under 76 and a half, this market can flush one more time or flush some more into the 900 and the 88. Too early to go, in my head at least. It's extended on the short side and kind of a little bit too early for the longs for me. So that puts me in a position where I'm an observer of the market. And these are the two trades that I made this morning. One for a big $31, another one for a big negative $64, and I'm down $33 for the day. We're up 20 grand or 19 grand for the week. So that's how the flow of the day is going, or the week. So 16.3, big day yesterday, and today you're seeing it. So I gotta be patient. Captain set up long on the 200 on the 100 NT Rinko. Captain set up long. They just put that one right here, and that whole move started with a captain setup, and right now they're putting a captain setup long right here. So the expectation is to see price to action go to 24 out of this. Alrighty, alrighty. All right, all right. Okay, 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 okay. I see what they're doing. I see what they're doing. 70 is going to be a critical level. If we break above 70, that will set the stage for higher prices. Come on. Come on. That is that's fine. I mean, I took a small trade here, but I'm looking for a pullback, and I'll jump back in. See that 70? Well, right when the 70 broke, you're getting a push. Yeah, I'm gonna keep myself at two contracts right now till I develop a few sets of trades that are kind of in sync with the market. The 200 and the 100 are out of sync. However, we have a captain set up long on the 100 NT Rinko, and that is the catalyst for my trade that I just put here. With the 70 breaking, Jamal, this is the Harmony Trading System. That's what you're looking at. It's a proprietary software we developed. You can get more information right here. Let me give you the link. Looks pretty accurate. Yep, it is. So that's a website. You could go in there, and also there is a link to a free trial. All right, so we picked off just a small little um, trade right here, and we are watching the market. If it breaks 50, it's back in sync on the short side, and I don't necessarily want to get short in this environment right now, like right here, because you're running into this captain setup that we're looking at right now. Market made a huge move, made a captain setup. You're breaking the 50. You're gonna oscillate in this area. Now, guess what? If they run this market back up to 80, uh, excuse me, 90, we are gonna that is a captain setup switch trade right here, and that would be a signal for me to actually go long if that behavior presents itself, even though the 200 is not in sync. uh, that's a trade that stands on its own merits. Yeah, now they're in sync on the short side. I mean, they're putting this captain setup short. Yeah, well, definitely appreciate it, Brian. Appreciate it, buddy. Hopefully, you've done well today. Here it comes. Here it comes. I mean, they closed at 40. I will just take that trade on principle because that's a captain setup switch trade. And then thank you, and thank you, and thank you. I was not about to stick around for too long here, but that's a captain setup switch trade. And, well, of course, yeah, that's fine. But look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I think I'm trading like a wuss today. That's the conclusion I have. I'm trading like a wuss. It's 10:07. I'm trading like I have a hole in my hand. Is that what you're saying, Adam? Because I do. If I got you got too much profit, are you complaining? Well, but come on, Giannis. That one was just simply pretty. That simply was pretty. That's all I gotta say. Because everything lined up. Yes. Holy crap. Are you serious? You had it on one candle reversal ATM. You're about to pass your combine, my friend. You're about to pass your combine. Are you out of that trade? You should be out of the trade by now, right? What? That's silly. That is silly. All right, but you got yourself a big winner right there. I mean, what happened if this doesn't come back? It just keeps going in your favor. I mean, nothing lucky about that trade. You executed and perfectly good entry, and it paid you big money. Why is that a problem? So yeah, Randolph, they flushed that second set, and again, we talked about that one, which is right here, like literally nipped it at 83 and stopped, and now it's reversing. So you got that move, and you got that second move right here. This market is ruthless. But that signal was just it's just too pretty. I mean, if every trade that I get this type of behavior, man. I'll be a happy camper. It was a captain setup switch trade into a new transitional zone when the 200 and the 100 is in sync. I will do this every single day if that shows up. I get it, Adam. I get it, but at the same time, it's not like so. Now you're hoping you don't make too much money, right? What happened if this? That is sick. So what is ES doing? I mean, they're both consistent in their behavior. They put a captain setup, established a new transitional zone, flushed it. Now they're establishing another transitional zone. We're down 629 points. There's a bit of price stability right here in ES. I'm not seeing any reversals yet. If I look at this and say, okay, well, this is a bottom. I mean, you could play that game, and if you break 52, which we just did, you're looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity in this new transitional zone, and you have a stop at 144, and you're taking that risk. I don't necessarily want to play that game, but it's a game anyway. 200 and the 100 on NQ are still short, and so far, these are the decisions that I have made. It's called Mickey Mouse trading right now. That's what that is. Mickey Mouse trading. It's a joke, by the way. It's just I'm usually 5 and 10 contract guy, and I'm sitting here on one and twos. But green is green. Let's keep working. I would think something happened as far as news, because this type of behavior is just not just because normal price action. You're reversing. We're down significantly. We're down 650 points. Adam looked it up. It's 4.7% on Nasdaq. That is significant. Typically, a pivot point in NQ is 2.5%, and we're breaking down almost 5% in the first half of the day. That is tough. That is tough. Yeah, they're about to reverse the 100 NT Rinko if they break above, which is they just did here, the 25. So now you have a disconnect between the 200 NT Rinko and the 100 NT Rinko. We have that disconnect right now, and that will lead us to a market that is. So at what point will we have a 200 NT Rinko reversal? We will have it at 970. So we're up about 270 bucks for the day and looking for the next trade. And here we go again, 97. 97 was them reversing the market on the 100 NT Rinko, and now the market is in sync on the short side. So you're not getting, it's a whack a mole. Every time they stick their head up there with any sort of a long, they're getting slapped back down. And it is so imperative to wait for the 200 NT Rinko to actually reverse before we participate in anything here, on the long side at least. Shorts are dominating the environment. So is that win acceptable now in the combine? So you're up 1.5. Okay. Congratulations, man. That was a beautiful trade right there. Things lined up right. Got in. Took more profits than you needed to. If there's such a thing. Yep, yep, that's another one. That's another good one right there. At the bottom of the market after we're down like 650 points. But hey, they work. They just keep on working though. You're in that environment where these kind of things are simply working. Keep on working. Oh yeah. Markets can be more irrational than our capacity to understand it. It will continue to go higher and lower more than the capacity of most people to absorb it. It's emotions in motion. Same thing is happening in ES. It's just a short market. Just keep your focus on these kind of this type of behavior and look for shorts. And ultimately, it's going to find a bottom And when it finds a bottom, it's going to look this way. It's going to look where the 100 NT wrinkle reverse, then holds, and the 200 NT wrinkle reverse gets challenged, tested, and holds. So one of the prices, like if the market wants to do that behavior, it will have to break 976. That's what it has to do. If we remain under the 76, you're getting rallies that are getting faded on the short side. So if we break 38, the 100 NT wrinkle will be out of sync with the 200 NT wrinkle. Well, well, well. All right. So we're getting a bit of a bid here. That's what they're doing. We're getting a bid. We are getting a bid 76. 76 would be the 200 NT wrinkle reversal. So you could see that they came in and do two things that are consistent with a buying interest. Switch trade, held it, came and tested. Give another switch trade right here and ran it up and held it. And then a third one. We're not too far away from that 76. The 200 and the 100 are out of sync, uh, meaning that we're not no longer looking for the shorts in this environment, and we're waiting to see if the longs get in sync. We're 10 points away from that first reversal of the day on the 200 NT Rinko. It's 1038. So what would happen if we get to 76? Well, if we get to the 76, the 200 and the 100 are in sync, but we're very close to target number 4. So we have to look for a pullback and disconnect of this transitional zone and a reconnect of it. That's basically what we will have to wait for. So this is the most significant rally all day long that we had. And trust me, there's a lot of people that will see this and come in and slam it around a little bit. So, the longs need to be tested multiple times before we jump in. Here comes that 76, and boom. 200 NT Rinko is in sync with the 100 NT Rinko. Now the market has put a base and a reversal pattern that we can measure risk against the longs, for the longs. So what do I want to see happen? Is a disconnect of this transitional zone, and let's see if we can get a reconnect of it once that happens. We need to continue to trade above 37. All right. So, like right here and into 45, the market needs to kind of stop, hold, and turn back up and consolidate, build a base and a higher low, then build up a new transitional zone that we can participate in. That is what we're looking for in this market. We are building channels right now, and channel number 2 is the borderline of it is 50 and a quarter. Switch trade here would be interesting. I'll take it. And my stop is going to be 36, of course, right? It took off two contracts for minus 200. And let's see what we're going to do here. Yeah, it's going to retest. It is going to retest. All righty. Gonna take that stop. Move on. So here, just needed to see an actual transitional zone. So I gave it a shot, and let's see if we can find another entry. Now the 200 and the 100 is out of sync, and I need to see 75 come in. Okay, so the 200 and the 100 are out of sync, and they're retesting this behavior right here. So we gave it a shot at that 70 area, and we got stopped out off of that rotation. Now what I need to see is a run up to 60. Then we'll take a look at a potential long. So this is the first time that they actually reverse the 200 in Tirinko all day long. Hmm. All right, so that 90, 12.9. So take a look here. All right. So the market flipped again. So two things that got to happen. Either, I mean, right now the market is in sync on the short side. So as long as we continue to trade under 37, the market can hold on and potentially flush it. If we break above that 37, you're getting another disconnect in the market. And now we're entering somewhat of a consolidated phase. Ultimately, the longs would need to break 76 in order for us to be uh, in sync on the upside. And then what we will have at that point is a captain setup long on the 200 NT wrinkle. And that is a base where we could see multiple candles on the upside as a fade and a counter trend against that huge move. So that 76 is going to be a critical level for the market to produce. Now, if they decide that they want to protect the 38 on the short side, then I got to look at the 20 NT wrinkle and look for an entry point. Like, for example, right here, if we can get a transitional zone, that would be good. What time is it? 10:49. All right, we took one trade here, short, because it's consistent with the 200 and the 100, and we established a new transitional zone, but I didn't necessarily want to stick around too long against the whole number 900. So I took the scalp with a break even stop that got hit. And look at them. Wow. Yep. Yep. So that 200 NT wrinkle reversal was just such a temporary move. Target number 5 is hit in that sequence. Wow. I mean, you think you're over exaggerated short right here, and look at that type of momentum coming in. What was I doing? I was sitting in Frisco, Texas, trying to nurse a hole in my arm. That's what I was doing. It's memorable, that's for sure. I mean, okay, I look at that trade that I just took and I got stopped out on, especially with the 200 NT wrinkle reversing. I don't. It's not an unreasonable trade at all. I just got stopped out. Everything was lined up. I know. I look at that madness. It's the mother of all flushes. That's what you got. The mother of all flushes. Okay. Under target number five, they just whipped everybody up. You are down 674 points. Keep working. Keep working, Adam. Keep working. Well, yeah, the market right now is all short only. Major support. Target number. We're at target number five, by the way. We are at target number five of this sequence. So you are kind of looking for a reversal that will take you to 88. But ultimately, 833 is target number five. And if the market reverses to 88, that will disconnect the 200 from the 100. All right. So that's an emotional speedy flush that we are experiencing, and I think a lot of people are giving up here on the longs altogether, which is usually a sign that we may be not too far off from. I'm gonna take some risk here. 63 and a quarter, 63 and a quarter.
Order pending.
This is a range trade, and it's a little bit on the higher risk trade, but I'm gonna take some risk. So the 200 and the 100 are out of sync again. And let's see if that ends up pushing the market to 50 and the 60 area. And ultimately, a complete and full reversal on the 200 will be at 73. And that would set us the stage up for an attack at the 900. Took some profit right here just to kind of lighten up the load and build up a little bit of cushion for this trade. I may take another batch if we push again to the 70 and kind of leave the rest for a bigger move. So we hit target number two. So target number three would be at 78. There you go. And if again we're looking for 75, actually 78 would be beautiful. And I'll take two off there at that target.
Order pending.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Got close. But they need to close that because that's very important actually. 77.78 will be the close of the 200 NT Rinko, and actually it could be even more of an add opportunity in with the right type of price structure. But here we go. We'll take some profits. Oh, come on, don't be playing games like that. Oh yeah, that's actually closed. It closed right here, so that's fine. Let's actually push that price higher. Let's see if I can get above 80. I should be able to get above 80 in that run up above 80. 84 and a quarter will take one. I mean, another batch. They're jacking with people here.
Order
Okay, I'll
filled.
take another batch right here. I don't want to go break even yet. Where's break even? 32. Where is 32 in relation to the whole structure? Yeah, well, yeah, if they get back down to 32, it's not good, but I built up enough cushion in this trade to where I could withstand that move if it happens. And ultimately, I need the longs need to protect 39 because that will switch. It will switch the 100 NT Rinko to a negative. All right. I know they're not gonna make it easy. That's for damn sure. They're not gonna make it easy. All right. Okay. So what does that mean? That mean my next target should be 70, 80, 80. Oh wow. 90. Oh wow. It should be in target number four. I should be target number four, which is 34. And actually, that is an aggressive target. So 75. The next target should be in the run up to 900. and I'll take one into
Order
it.
pending.
So that would be 90, 94 as a fade. Let's see here.
Order fill. Order
Took one
cancel.
out anyway to pocket some profits. And let's see if we can get back and break that 80 into the 94. We'll take some more there. Then go break even and look for target number 5 in the sequence, which will be 79.71. I'm trying to protect myself here a little bit because the 39 is a reversal of the 100 NT Rinko. So, I mean, they could do that, rush the market down a little bit, then reverse it and run back up. So, I want to protect myself against that scenario. Um, and then, if we start to move higher and break that 80, I will look for pullbacks as an adding opportunity. I need to cancel these ads right here. Okay, well, there you go. All right. Make me some money. Make me some money.
Order canceled.
Make me some money.
Order
Oh,
filled.
thank you,
Order
thank you, thank you.
canceled.
So now we got a break even scenario right here. And break even. And cancel this order. And thank you,
Order
thank you,
canceled.
thank you, thank you.
Order canceled.
And let's see if we can get one more candle up, which is 1914. I mean, for all practical reasons, I can just let this bad boy cruise. I can let it cruise. So that decision, I mean, I took a little bit of heat, but let's think of the rationale. So, I mean, let them do whatever they want to do here. I'm at break even, and I literally don't care if they run it up or not. You are between this zone. If I ever wanted to fade, this is the area in which I would look for fading patterns. Between target number 4 and 5. That's where I would look for a fade. And what we got involved in is this price was emotional and also flushed with speed into target number 5. So any ads in that rotation with a one candle reversal is gonna protect me for 1 to 2 candles on the upside. So that was the rationale behind it, and we're already down 700 points, or close to it at that point in the market. So I was like, okay, that is not a traditional trade that I do. I mean, typically I'll wait for the 100 and the 200 to be in sync before I join that direction. But with the way that market structured itself, it gave me that type of opportunity to take that type of a trade, which is a fade trade, against that move that made us go all the way down to 833, which is target number 5. So that is the rationale. And we still have a little bit more left in that trade, so we'll see what that will do. So I have one contract left. I mean, what I don't want to see, and it may end up happening, you know, but that's the risk I'm taking right now, is for this 200, for this 100 to close at 62.75. Because if they 62.75, if they do that, that then my break even plus can get hit at that point. But that's the risk. If I'm going to look for a bigger move, I have to accept the fact that this scenario can actually come in. And the beauty of it all is to build up a trade in which you are already made your money, and then you go to break even plus, and then you look for an outlier event that could take you basically over 100 points upward. And that's what I'm looking for right now on this trade. I'm looking from 32 to 953. That's 123 points. So it's either going to give it to me or it's going to come back and stop me for break even. Man, that's a tasty one. That's a tasty one. Come on, baby, let's go. It is a tasty one. Same thing is happening in ES, Sheila. The same kind of concept is going on there. I think. I think. I'm telling you, it's kind of hard not to take it right here. Right here is a zone where the market can pause and reverse on the 100 NT Rinko. So if this candle that we are in closes lower, I'm
Target
out.
fill.
I'll just take it out here. We already moved significantly, I mean, relatively speaking, on the from 73 to 223, 50 points, and the market is at the top end. Ooh, look at that. They're putting captain setup. Oof. See that zone right here? Right here. So the shorts can come in here and retest it. And that will lead to a close of 86. That's what got me out. Oh, well, there you go. I mean, it's exactly as we saw it happen. So, where does that leave us? We are up a little bit of money. So we made 6 grand, 6,300 on that 8 contract trade, and we are up 569 for the day. 5,069.48 to be exact. Yeah, Randolph, that's the way I like it. I like happy endings. Right? We like happy endings. That's for damn sure. So for the week, that gets me to 24.9. And these are the days. So 12, 3, 15 yesterday, and 5 today. I think that's it for me for the morning. I mean, it's already 11, almost 11:30. So I'm gonna go get some lunch, relax, take a break, then come back and see if the market has anything more to offer. And if it does, great. And if it doesn't, I'll call this a day and we will go from there. You guys have a blessed day. Hopefully, you guys made some money. And we will see you bright and early tomorrow. Have a good one.